Hey everybody, it's Trent. So today we're going to talk for the next six, well, six episodes, or I'm going to be talking about my monocolor decks. Figured I'd start with the one that has no color, the Capitoline Triad. So this is an artifact heavy deck because that's all that's practically colorless is artifacts. But there are a few cool things in artifacts that you can do to make life a lot better. So if you're not familiar with Capitoline Triad, she's a 10 mana 7/7. And it costs one less for each historic card in your graveyard. And then if you can exile mana value 30 from your graveyard, you get an emblem of creatures you control have base power and toughness 9/9. So pretty much, if your opponents kill enough of your artifacts, you can then make your entire board 9/9 after you bring her out. So there's a few little things to help us out here. Because there's not a lot of, there's life-giving equipment, but I already have an equipment down with Charlotte, so I went more, how do I make this thing get life-gain, card draw, other factors. Aetherflux Reservoir was a great answer for that. The Arena 3 Wishes is a great little tutor. It's a 5 mana tutor, but you're working in colorless. So you should have a Soul Ring. And if you don't put the Soul Ring in here, I don't know what you're doing. Semblance, Adamville, and Foundry Inspector are great little ads. Because making your artifacts cost 1 less and then making your artifacts cost 2 less helps out a lot along the lines, especially if you just isolate an artifact. If you want to cheat out the Capitoline Triad, I would suggest a Geo Golem. Since we're playing a lot of colorless, Ugin's static ability, or Ugin's Eye of Storm ability, is a very heavy play in here because you're playing a colorless spell at least once a turn, which means that you have point shot removal during your turn. A backup survivor is Graz the Unstoppable Juggernaut. He's a 7/5 and he makes all your other creatures become 5/3 Juggernauts. So you mix him with Darksteel Forge, you then have an indestructible 5/3 army. And then you add a Crypto Thrall. Other artifact creatures you control have hexproof. Hexproof in colorless? Why not? And then to wrap it all up, oh, shouldn't put it there. The Darksteel Juggernaut, which is, he has power and toughness equal to the amount of artifacts you control, and he attacks each turn to Fable. It's a real simple deck. If you get the Triad off, you are loving life. If you don't, you have enough artifact play around to build a proper ramp system for it. These are just the pieces I find that make the deck work. Geo Golem to cheat her out early, so that way you have a 7/7 blocker or attacker. But yeah, I hope you had a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.